So we have major developments in this whole Zillow partnership with OpenAI, ChatGPT. I did a video the other day and we talked about how Zillow was the first real estate app that was being accepted onto ChatGPT, which is OpenAI, which means that search and everything is going to run through Zillow on there. And I said, wow, that's a major win from them. And when I was done with the video, I started going back and I started thinking about it all. And I started talking to a lot of my really smart friends in the industry. And I'm going, I don't think this is allowed. Because when you look at it, what happens is that Zillow is fed by the data and the properties of brokers from all over the country, and they allow them to display their information being syndicated from the MLS. But in that agreement is that syndication only goes to Zillow or Zillow-owned properties or domains or those other things. And what does ChatGPT have in common with what I just said there? They are not a Zillow-owned entity. They are not a Zillow-owned domain. And so you start to think about this, and I go, is there precedence for this? And this is exactly what Microsoft did a couple years ago with Bing when they got shut down because they were essentially doing the exact same thing. And so the question now becomes, are MLSs going to allow this to fly or are they not? Because if a broker had taken that information, instead of putting it on their site, which they have the syndication to do through the MLS, through their IDX feeds, and put it somewhere else, they would get immediately shut down. So the question becomes, are we going to hold Zillow to a completely different standard, or are we going to hold them to the same standard? Because really their licensing does not move into the ChatGPT space. I'm curious to know what you guys think about this.